Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's NHL time at Sportsbook Review. I'm Mike Brenner. I'm talking to the Puckheads today. That's right. Scott Carter's in the studio with me, and we're joined from Dana Lane out in Las Vegas. Dana, first and foremost, how's everything out in the Las Vegas area, buddy?
Everything's great. I don't think it's going to reach 70 degrees today, but besides that, everything is fine.
Well, fantastic. You went 1-0 in our last show. You're picking up steam. And this is, again, people look at a record 2-4, but you're up 1 unit. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Mike, we have to emphasize the importance of money management. And of course, we saw an opportunity, so we laid a little bit more on that a couple shows ago. But, every time that you put a bet down, it does not mean you need to put a max bet down. You need to play within your bankroll because that's the only way you're going to grow it.
Wow, I love that. You know, I was talking to Scott Carter off camera before we started filming. I have a Twitter follower that was asking me, he's got $5,000 he wants to start an NHL hockey account. And of course, he's going to be signing up through SBR. Speaking of which, you guys, you can click on our subscribe button anytime. It's a good thing to do. All right, with that being said, he had a question for hockey. He wanted to know how he should set up his bankroll, what his unit should be. He's a novice, and so I thought I'd turn this question over to you guys because it was directly related to NHL bankroll management.
He wanted me to talk about it, Dana, but I immediately told Mike that he should probably go. We should both go to you on this because when I first talked to you off air, the first time when we met, you gave me a great description about how you make up your unit size and how you cut things into quarters and how you do that. Maybe you can elaborate real quick on how you do the money management, and it'll give him some great insight how we should do it. Do you mind?
Yeah, it's very simple. I mean, if your bankroll is you don't want to use the whole thing. And so what I like to do is I like to take my bankroll, cut it into quarters. So no matter what happens to that one quarter, I still have 75% of my bankroll left. And of course, you have to have a little bit of a bankroll for this to work and to have your bets make sense. But if you have a $5,000 bankroll, obviously you want to cut it into quarters, which is going to give you more than enough money to play with. And then if I say like 1 unit, well, 1 unit to me means 1% of my bankroll. And I always start off at 1%, no matter how much I like a game. And I'll play up to 10 units, but you want to make sure that you're still cultivating that 25% and not worrying about the other 75%, because worst comes to worst, you still have that 75% no matter what happens to the 25. But the idea is to build that 25 slowly. And this is a marathon. This is not something that happens overnight.
It's not a sprint, right?
That's right.
So in his case, in Mike's friend on Twitter, he would break it up into 4 sections, so $1,250 per section, right?
I'm surprised you were able to add that up. I'm impressed with all the hits you took in hockey.
That's why I just went in quarters, because I couldn't do the math that quick.
There you go. There you go. Well, look, I appreciate that, guys, because it's insight like that makes everything as far as giving the betting angle and edge to our viewers. All right, moving on. We got a big slate in hockey. Dana, let's start off with you. Hit us with one of your picks and tell us why you like it and why the advantage for the viewers is on your side.
Yeah, this is the best card I've seen all year, Mike, and I'm going to do this real quick because I have 4 games I want to give out tonight, and the first game is going to be St. Louis plus $1.23 over the New York Rangers. And let's not forget, St. Louis already holds a victory. Not only that, an easy victory over the Rangers, 3-0, and that's a Ranger team that leads the league in scoring. St. Louis plus $1.23 is going to be our first play. Jake Allen, 4-1-2 this season, one of the goaltenders that has thrived. And I'm going to ride him until I see differently.
Okay, all right. And with that being said, Scotty, hit us with your first pick. I know you've got 3 of them.
Well, speaking of riding goalies, Devin Dubnyk for the Minnesota Wild, 180 minutes without allowing a goal. I know Buffalo's been playing a little bit better, and they've been kind of not letting in the goals as well, but they're at home, Minnesota, with Dubnyk playing. I'm taking the puck line. I'm taking minus 165. Now, I'm not gonna pay 180 on the juice. So I'm going to take the puck line. Hopefully, it's a 3-0 game.
Hey, and momentum goes a long way. You know, Dana and I were doing a video last year when the coaching change was made in Minnesota. I remember this because Dana really thought this was going to be a good move. And boy, did it ever turn out to be not only a good move, but this team's playing with more confidence. And I was talking off camera with Scott, Dana. All right, for a goalie in this day and age to go 3 games in a row shutout, that speaks volumes. Would you agree?
Absolutely, and Craig Anderson has done the same thing in Ottawa. I mean, in an age where offense rules the day, it's amazing that you have two goaltenders now that have three games of shutout hockey, or almost three in Anderson's case.
Yeah, that is. That's hard to see. That's hard to. You just don't see that anymore. What was the line for Minnesota, Scott? The line you got for your first pick.
I got it for, sorry, plus, I'm going to take -1.5 in the puck line.
Okay.
Plus 165.
Ooh, getting some bang for your buck,
some
plus
bang for the buck in this
165.
game.
Okay, yeah, I like it.
You got to keep riding the hot things.
You
right?
have to. Hey, strike while it's hot. And not just that, when you got a goalie that confident, it makes every player around him more confident. The bench is fired up when they're doing their line changes. These guys believe in each other. So I love it. With that being said, Dana, what's your second pick? Hit us with it.
Yeah, I just want to correct one thing I said. St. Louis and the Rangers was 3-2 last time they played, not 3-0, but still holds true. Second game, we like Columbus minus $1.09 over Dallas, and thank you very much to the public as they continue to pound this Dallas Stars team that is besieged by injuries. They're searching for offense. Their power play is non-existent, and this was the team that lost 3-0 in the first time that they played to Columbus. This Dallas team is absolutely flat. I have no interest in putting my money on them until I see something different, and I see a little bit of life out of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Yep.
So minus $1.09 to me is an awfully attractive number.
Wow, that sounds
It's
like
a good pick. I like that pick too.
Yeah, I think that's a good pick too, because Dallas also, I mean, I know they're going to pick up steam, but those injuries have really, really just hurt them early. And a team like that, I know they'll get it back, but it's going to take time. So if you got somebody like Columbus finally starting to get a little spark, you know, maybe it's time to jump on. All right, that's your second play. Scott Carter, hit us with your second play, or hit Dana with it, not me. Don't hit me.
This is going against the trend a little bit tonight for sure. It's going to be the Montreal,
So the trend's not your friend in this one.
Trend is not the friend. Talking about hot goaltending, we've got Talbot against Anderson in Toronto, but the two young guns, we've got Austin Matthews and we've got Connor McDavid playing in Toronto, back to their home province. The line is only 5.5, but it's minus 105 is the juice that I got anyway. I'm thinking it's going to be a high-scoring game. It should be a 2-1 game based on the goaltending performance, but I think they're going to come out and eventually they do break out and open up the games. Today, I think I'm looking at a 5-4 game, 6-5 game.
Okay, so you're going to ride
over,
the over.
Over 5.5, minus 105.
And what were the teams again, both of them?
Edmonton in Toronto.
Edmonton, Toronto, over 5.5.
Edmonton, like Dana was just mentioning, Anderson shut them out at home in Edmonton, 2-0. Leafs played a couple of nights ago in New York Islanders, and they lost 5-1. They're both going to score some goals because they didn't the last game.
Okay, and what was the line again? Minus 10.
Minus 105.
Okay, well, good value.
What do you think about that one, Dana?
Dana, any thoughts on that?
I kind of stay away from this game. I mean, I think it's one of those games.
He just wants to tell you, hell no, you might be on the wrong side, Scott Carter. That's what it sounded like to me. I love it.
No, not at all. I mean, I kind of skipped over this because I just didn't feel like the money was going in the direction that I wanted to. And of course, with all these, we're looking for value. And if we wake up and the money's not going in our direction, I kind of lay off of it because, certainly it wasn't at its best value. So we just kind of lay off of these games.
Makes sense. Though I was touching on this last show, I'm dying for you guys to go head to head. I can't wait for that first matchup. Jesus, I'll wear a jersey.
Well, we'll see what his next pick is. Maybe it'll happen right now.
Well, with that being said, Dana, hit us with number 3, because Scott Carter, how many picks you got total?
I got one more.
You got one more?
Okay,
Dana's got 2 more. So, Dana, hit us with your third.
Third one's going to be the Islanders plus $1.04 over Tampa Bay. Make sure that you go and shop for this line because most lines you are given a little bit of money with the Islanders, but we do see $1.04 out there. Go through the SBR odds page and find the best line, but the best line for sure right now is the Islanders plus $1.04. And make this really quick. I think Greiss is going to come out and play a fantastic game tonight. I mean, he's getting pushed right now by Halak. I think he can feel the momentum towards him becoming the number 1 goaltender there in New York, and Halak is completely dissatisfied, wants a trade out of there, and I think you're going to get a great effort out of them. This is an Eastern Conference final renewal, if you will, and the Islanders might have some revenge on their mind. So we're going to go with New York.
Garth Snow said, Halak, you can go, right? He's saying he's open to trade him.
Yeah, and he should be too, because it is going to come down to the point where it's going to be Halak and Grice, and you're not going to be able to protect both of those guys. And the amount of money that Grice is making right now is going to be very attractive to a Las Vegas team come June. So I think if this happens, I think Garth Snow would be the happiest man in New York, because then he doesn't have to make a choice in June.
Wow, you know what?
I'm gonna make a fourth pick too. Then if we're gonna go, I'm gonna make
listen
make
to
a
you. You
first
sound
degree.
like Pete Loshak. Now hold on before you do all that. Let me finish what I got to say. All right, you know what? I like that angle because again, we're looking for that angle and that edge for our viewers. That's the whole purpose of this show. You said something, Dana, and I love it. Competition absolutely spurs momentum, and that in turn cashes tickets. You got a goaltender tonight that literally knows, hey, if I just keep doing what I'm doing, as Dana said, the momentum's coming. All right, that guy wants to shut out tonight more than anybody in the NHL. There's no doubt in mind. I love that breakdown.
He played well on Sunday against Toronto, but that was Toronto.
Yeah, I just love that edge, though. I love that angle. It's searching deep like that. Dana, you know, he's taking a little bit of that handicapping that I use with my method, and I think that's awesome. All right, with that being said, hit us with your number 3.
Okay, I'm gonna go with this one, which is one of my sort of
don't stutter there now. Come on,
second tier picks, but I'm gonna take that one. I'm going to take Tampa Bay on this one. I'm going to disagree with Dana on this one.
Okay, we're going to Oh, here we go, baby. The head-to-head. Boom.
Awesome.
Tampa's lost 3 in a row on the road. They're in the middle of
Drop the gloves and drop the sticks.
6-game road trip. They're due. They've been in New York sitting around waiting. I think they're going to win this game.
Okay, what's the best shop line? Give it to us.
I got it at 115.
Plus 115?
Yeah, minus 115.
Dana, minus 115. Dana, what are your thoughts on that? Come on.
Yeah, well, I mean, Tampa Bay's got, you look up and down the roster. I mean, it's pretty easy to say, hey, I think they're the better of the two teams, and that's for sure. But they've been outscored 12-3 in their last 3 games,
Crazy,
and I don't want any part of putting my money behind a team that can't find the back of the net or stop anybody. That seems to be 2 elements in hockey that you need to be successful.
I agree, and they shouldn't be favored actually in this game, but I think they're not going to lose 4 in a row. It's hard to see a Tampa Bay team losing 4 straight games. I just don't see it. I think there's some good value in that type of pick for that one. So let's.
I didn't think they were going to lose
disagree.
3 straight games.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, I like it. I was just sitting back enjoying that. All right, guys, here we go. Dana, hit us with number 4.
Last one's going to be LA minus $1.21 over Anaheim. Peter Budaj is, I think, a pleasant surprise, thankfully, for the LA Kings. I don't think they expected to get the production out of him that they have, but in his last 6 games, he's 4-2. He's got a goals against average under 2 and a save percentage just a little bit under where we like it to be, but it's at .916. They're coming home to play after a brutal road trip, and it wasn't because of Budaj. He stopped 50 of the last 53 shots, and their shutout losses to St. Louis and Chicago. I think you're going to see a little bit more life out of the Kings tonight, and it's against their crosstown rival. If they don't win this game tonight, they're in deep trouble in the Pacific Division, so I expect their best effort.
Wow. Seriously, on a serious note, I love the way you break that down. You know, L.A. deserves a break with this goaltender. I mean, the news that they had to bear right away with Quick coming out of the gate, you know, it's nice to see a team catch a break, you know, for the GM and everybody else. I like your breakdown on that, and I think the offense now knows, hey, they got a guy that stepped in. He's doing his part. All right, we need to step up our game, so I like that. Good breakdown.
I love that breakdown too, Dana. That's a perfect breakdown.
Yeah, you were just rolling your eyes when he was breaking it down. Don't give me that Jim
I was
Scott
rolling my
Carter.
eyes. That's because I sit beside you. But
All right, well, now you said you're going to do a 4th because Dana did a 4th. So what's
I'm
your
doing my
4th pick
Well,
there,
it's,
genius?
It's actually the same game, but I'm not going against him. I'm
Okay.
going with the total.
Okay, all right.
Against what he just said as well. But because if you follow my Twitter at Canuck Carter,
Okay.
I put a big one.
Unfortunately, I do.
I put a big one out on Saturday, which was a state rivalry game, Penguins and Flyers.
Mm-hmm.
I said that's going to go over first period, 1.5 goals. It's going to go over for the game. Sure enough, it was over by the first period, the
Wow.
game total, right?
Yeah.
Ended up 5-4, 5-4. I think the same thing's going to happen here. It's a state game.
Okay,
In the state.
In-state
Both teams
rivalry,
have
baby, they bring it.
Yeah, I think it's going to, the total's 5, minus 120. I got it at.
It's 5.
I think it's going over.
Over,
I think
minus
both teams are going to
120.
find some offense. It's going to be a 4-3 game, 4-2 game, empty net goal. Worst case scenario, you get a push out of it. In my
Okay,
opinion.
I like it. Good breakdown. And then we can both cash those tickets.
Yeah,
both of you.
both cash
And you stop the fighting and start drinking or
Let's
something.
have the
I kinda
Kings.
like that.
Kings 4-2 would be perfect result.
That
We
would
both
be-
win
that-
that one.
hey,
There
you
you
never
go.
know. You never know. All right, viewers, you heard it. The Puckheads, they got some great breakdowns, some good insight, and some damn good picks. One of them, they're going head-to-head tonight, so make sure you tune in on Thursday to find out how that turned out and who's wearing the black eye. All right, guys. Dana, thank you so much for being with us. Look forward to talking to you again real soon. Scott Carter, as I always say, I can't wait to get the hell out of the studio.
Ditto.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.